Imagine a man whose words have been twisted, misunderstood, and weaponized by ideologies he would have despised. A thinker whose ideas have shaped existentialism, psychology, and even modern self-help, yet remains one of the most divisive figures in philosophy. Friedrich Nietzsche is that man. But why does everyone seem to hate him? Is it because he attacked traditional morality? Because he declared the death of God? Or is it because he held up a mirror to society's deepest fears? In this video, we will dissect Nietzsche's most controversial ideas, separate myth from reality, and explore why his philosophy remains both enlightening and unsettling today. 1. Misinterpretation of God is dead. One of the most infamous phrases in philosophical history, God is dead, has led to endless misunderstandings. Many assume Nietzsche was celebrating atheism, but in reality he was diagnosing a crisis. The phrase appears in The Gay Science, where a madman proclaims that society has killed God. But what does this mean? Nietzsche was observing that traditional religious values were losing their power in the modern world. With the rise of science and secularism, faith-based morality was crumbling, leaving a vacuum. This wasn't a call to rejoice, it was a warning. Without a strong moral foundation, society could descend into nihilism, a state where life has no inherent meaning. Real-life example, the crisis of meaning. Consider a modern equivalent, the digital age. Many people today feel lost in an era where traditional values have eroded, leading to anxiety and existential dread. Nietzsche foresaw this more than a century ago, warning that we must find new ways to create meaning in our lives. 2. Nietzsche's attack on slave morality. Nietzsche's critique of Christianity and traditional ethics is another reason he is despised. He distinguishes between slave morality and master morality. Slave morality values humility, kindness, and obedience. It originates from those who were historically oppressed, creating moral systems that prioritize suffering as virtuous. Master morality values strength, ambition, and creativity. It arises from those who shape their own destiny rather than submitting to external constraints. Psychological perspective. Victim versus creator mindset. In modern psychology, this aligns with the concept of a victim mindset versus a creator mindset. Those with a victim mindset see themselves as powerless, blaming external circumstances. Meanwhile, those with a creator mindset take responsibility for shaping their lives. Nietzsche wasn't advocating cruelty, but urging people to transcend self-imposed limitations. Story, the two entrepreneurs. Imagine two entrepreneurs, John and Lisa. John constantly complains about market conditions, government policies, and bad luck. Lisa, despite facing the same challenges, focuses on innovation and adaptation. Nietzsche would argue that Lisa embodies master morality, while John is trapped in slave morality. This distinction is crucial for personal growth. The Übermensch, becoming more than human. Nietzsche introduces the concept of the Übermensch, overman or superman, in Thus Spoke Zarathustra. The Übermensch is an individual who creates their own values, rises above societal norms, and lives authentically. Misconception. Was Nietzsche promoting superiority? Many have misused this idea, associating it with eugenics or fascism. However, Nietzsche's Übermensch is not about racial superiority, it's about self-overcoming. It's about breaking free from herd mentality and creating meaning in a meaningless world. Psychological application, self-actualization. This aligns with Abraham Maslow's concept of self-actualization, the highest level of human psychological development. It's when an individual lives according to their full potential, beyond societal conditioning. Example, artists and innovators. Think of figures like Elon Musk, Vincent van Gogh, or even Steve Jobs. They defied conventions, pursued their visions relentlessly, and changed the world. They didn't wait for permission. They created their own paths. This is the essence of the Übermensch. The will to power, drive for growth. Another controversial idea is the will to power, often misinterpreted as a desire for domination. Nietzsche actually meant it as a fundamental drive for growth, creativity, and excellence. Modern-day parallel, growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on the growth mindset mirrors Nietzsche's ideas. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges and continuously evolve, while those with a fixed mindset remain stagnant. Story, the fighter's mentality. Take a struggling athlete who faces repeated failures. If he gives up, he embodies the fixed mindset. But if he learns from each loss, trains harder, and improves, he demonstrates the will to power. This drive to become better is what Nietzsche champions. Of eternal recurrence, the ultimate life test. Nietzsche's thought experiment of eternal recurrence asks, if you had to relive your life in exactly the same way over and over, would you be content? Psychological lesson, living with intention. This forces us to evaluate our choices. Are we living a life worth repeating? If not, what must change? Example, regret versus fulfillment. Consider two retirees. One looks back with pride, while the other is filled with regret. Eternal recurrence urges us to live so that we'd gladly relive our days. Conclusion. Why Nietzsche is hated but necessary. Nietzsche's philosophy is not for the faint of heart. It doesn't offer comforting illusions. It demands that we confront reality head-on. He challenges us to rise above mediocrity, to create our own meaning, and to embrace life fully, even in the face of suffering. But here's the real question. Are you willing to take that challenge? Are you ready to move beyond the limits of conventional thinking and shape your own destiny? Because if you are, then Nietzsche's ideas are not just abstract philosophy. They are a roadmap to transformation. This is just the beginning. In future videos, we'll dive even deeper into the most powerful and provocative ideas in philosophy and psychology, ideas that can change the way you see the world and yourself. So if you're hungry for more, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which of Nietzsche's ideas resonates with you the most? We can't wait to continue this journey with you. See you in the next one.